we are.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rogersville.
One of those mornings. I was coming in late.
We were all coming in hot today.
I was here early.
He was here.
Sitting here.
Where are these guys?
Is it Tuesday?
What's happening?
Going on? It's weird because I meet with this group of guys for Bible study on Tuesday mornings, and I showed up about 15 minutes early.
Yeah.
And I'm normally coming in hot to that. And so this is, all morning. I'm early, but that's because I didn't sleep last night. So here I am. I'm tired, but I'm here.
It was thunderstorm. I'd say there's several people out there who didn't sleep very good with the thunderstorms.
I like sleeping during thunderstorms. That's the ironic part. And I love the rain. I'm so excited about this rain. And look, I'm wearing sleeves and pants. I always have pants, but I mean long pants.
Yeah, we're glad you're wearing pants.
Not my short pants.
We needed rain bad.
We needed it.
Badly.
Big time.
I've been waiting to bust this flannel out for 6 months now.
Look at you. By the way, is it first day of fall tomorrow?
Tomorrow, it looks like. I just looked it up. It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
But it's going to be nice tomorrow, too. So
that's so good. But then it's going to get hot again.
Yeah.
But we're getting a little preview of fall, and it will be here soon, I hope.
Yeah.
I really hope it's not one of those summer, 2 days of fall, and then winter.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not have that.
Let's not do that.
Let's have a nice long stretch of fall.
I like that plan.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't like it when it's October 29th and it's 85 degrees and my pumpkins have melted. It's not fun.
Kids are dressed up like King Kong for Halloween and they're sweating.
Was last Halloween the one that was really cold?
I don't remember.
There was one recently that was cold.
I think that was...
Was that 2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years.
It's all blending together.
I think that's right. It was 2 years ago.
I think last year was nice. I think that's right.
All right, I was looking for it so I could show you.
What are you looking for?
Well, there was a really funny meme. It was like the Spice Girls add a new member, and it was Pumpkin Spice.
Of course.
And it was this girl
dressed
in her sweater and her... Was that it? Was it one of yours?
No, it wasn't one of mine.
Yeah, I enjoyed yours. Yours are pretty
You always
fun.
have good memes.
It wasn't part of my...
your collection of
curated meme collection that I drop once a month or so, just to be silly and remind everybody to stop taking themselves so seriously.
That's good stuff.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Yeah,
we like that. That's good.
Yeah, for sure. So what's going on, guys?
There's
a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. What happened last weekend? Do we need to recap anything from last weekend?
What is the recap?
I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
I can't remember what I did last weekend.
I'm drawing a blank.
I worked a lot this weekend. Maybe that's why. I don't know. We're all gearing up for Rockin' Rogersville.
Yes, we are.
On Saturday.
We're going to have
at Jamestown.
K-ROG.
K-ROG.
That's right. We're going to break out the pavilion for the first time, the K-ROG pavilion, and be out there.
I'm excited.
We don't have a pavilion.
Can we get a T-shirt?
You mean
cannon?
a pop-up tent?
Yeah.
It's a pavilion.
Yeah, pop-up pavilion.
Can we get a T-shirt cannon?
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
We can build one.
We might need some T-shirts to go with that.
Oh, yeah.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, that's right.
But no, that'd be a good idea. That's actually a great idea. I really like that idea. But no, a pop-up, which is my pop-up, but we got some banners to hang from it that say K-ROG. It's
going to be fancy.
It'll be the K-ROG.
You having trouble?
It's fine.
Pop-up.
It's never... It's always slowly going.
Don't know.
And I'm like...
We've tried about 27 different ways of mounting these microphones. And
mine's doing great, as long as I lean over.
yeah, I'm all kind of wonked over like this to get mine.
Hello, let's talk.
I want to sit up straight like my mom taught me.
Nope.
And then I'm
not
like
happening.
this. Yeah,
That's what we do for our viewers.
So
Compromise our spines.
So Rockin' Rogersville, this is going to be a fun time. I mean, obviously we had to skip it last year. It's back on. And it's fun to see it kind of already starting to take shape out here at Jamestown. They've mowed the grass down and
That's a blessing.
got the
itself.
Yeah, exactly, for sure.
How's the weather looking for it? I don't
Nice.
know.
Well,
Good.
I think it's
Looking
dry.
And in your weather report today.
Yeah. Well, hey, do we just not have comments on? Should we be worried we haven't heard from Beth?
Yeah.
Beth?
We got somebody. We need to somebody check on Beth.
Permanently at the beach.
Maybe our false start.
Maybe our false start blew everybody's mind.
Oh,
That's my
she's
fault.
still on the old video.
No, I deleted the old
well,
video.
there you
It's
go.
gone. I erased all evidence of my error.
Beth, if you can hear us, we just want to know if you're okay.
Nod your head if you're okay.
Just a thumbs up.
Saturday,
You don't even have to
September
comment.
25th in Rogersville. It looks to be a high of 75, low of 55, clear all day.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, y'all. It doesn't get any better
It's
than
going to
that.
be beautiful.
Get your tickets.
It's going to be maxing out about 3 p.m. at 75. It's going to hold there for a couple hours, and then
It's good stuff.
No chance of rain all day.
Well, that is nice.
Well, I take that back. There's a 12% chance at noon and a 13% chance at 1 p.m.
We don't count that.
That's your AccuWeather forecast from K-ROG today for Rockin' Rogersville.
Are they a sponsor yet, AccuWeather?
I just made that up.
Okay, well.
I don't think that's a thing anymore.
Probably not.
So that's exciting. And if you get your tickets in advance, they're $10, $15 the day of, I believe.
Right on. So, Lauren, what was your first ever concert?
Oh, gosh. My first was not my favorite. I think it was when, was it Dare to Care was the concert series that they used to do in Springfield back in the day. I think I hit one of the last Dare to Care concerts, and it was kind of a lame one.
I don't remember the Dare to Care concert chain.
So, like, they used to do it at the Shrine. Mm-hmm. I think that's what it was called. And this would have been 90s into 2000, I think. And, like, I think JR saw, like, cool bands there at the Shrine.
The Shrine Mosque had a ton of like big name concerts back in the day.
I can't remember who it was. Like cool alternative rock bands. And then by the time
like Pearl Jam,
I don't think that.
Not that cool.
Then by the time that I got to it
like
in
Spin Doctors?
2000s, it was Sonique. You'd recognize the song. And then it was a blue. Who are the blue guys? I'm blue, da ba dee da ba die. Those guys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know a song?
Yeah, I don't want that in my head for the rest of the day.
You're welcome.
So if you don't mind,
so I think that was the first concert I technically went to. I've been to a weird random combination. What was your first concert?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna blow some minds here. All right. Okay. Keep in mind, I grew up in a very conservative Baptist family. Like we spent probably 4 nights a week in the Baptist church building.
I'm picturing Gaither vocal band.
Well, no, it's better than that. You ready? Okay, and this is early 80s.
Yeah.
I'm just a boy. Ready? Petra.
I was going to say, I was running down my list.
Okay, so Petra was a early Christian rock band. They were like heavy metal, except they weren't. They were more like ABBA, like for Christian bands. They weren't Striper, but they had some hard hitting stuff. But as far as hard hitting Christian stuff goes, yeah. But it was more power to you.
Will.
I don't know, but I mean, I have the same problem as Chris does, and I'm trying to think back.
I love how you diagnose it as a problem.
It is, it kind of is, though.
It shaped us in the good and the bad.
In the good and the bad. I don't know. It was probably something very similar to that. I know that we saw Petra, but I remember seeing Rick Kua.
Rick Kua, yeah, that's going back. This is Christian music.
Yeah, DeGarmo
and Key. Yeah, Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Yeah,
Al Denson.
Yeah, saw Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Yeah,
saw Michael W. Smith.
Smitty.
Carmen.
Oh my gosh.
Carmen.
Yeah,
saw Carmen several times. I was trying to go outside of things that my youth group went to. It was probably something like Air Supply. Unfortunately,
and see, I wasn't allowed to go to anything like that. I do remember my sister and brother.
I think I was probably in college at that point.
Okay.
No, I know I saw Chicago while I was in high
I was going to say, I remember my brother and sister getting to go see Chicago, and I was so jealous.
Cool band.
But it blew my mind that my parents would even let them go see Chicago.
Yeah.
Because my brother, and this is what, talk about childhood memories. My brother had a Quiet Riot cassette tape.
Hidden under his mattress.
Yes,
Contraband.
And my mom found it. And
there was never mind.
Come on, feel the noise. Girls, rock your boys.
Man.
And I remember
Quiet Riot.
I remember when mom and dad would leave the house, we'd put that in the ghetto blaster and just crank it. You
can't say that, Chris.
22D batteries in the ghetto blaster.
Has ghetto blaster been canceled?
Probably. It's a boombox.
It's a boombox.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yep.
Oh, jeez, we're probably in trouble.
No, seriously though, remembering back into the 80s, riding down the street on my bike or my skateboard with my boombox on my shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
And 22D batteries.
There are definitely some cringe moments in my memory involving myself and boomboxes.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, that was not. Very awkward.
I'm gonna date you guys. Boomboxes were pretty well out by the time I was curating my own music.
You were probably cruising around with a Discman on
Had
your
a
hip, right?
freaking
Did you have a Discman right here on your hip?
With Sony. These were, I spent like Christmas money or something.
Was it orange foam?
Sony, real nice headset. I was a weird girl because, well, I wasn't really a weird girl, but I had a weird taste in music for a girl, probably.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Because I had older brothers, and so like Metallica has always been my favorite band. And I was in, and like Jesse saw Offspring, his first concert. I loved Offspring, but I also liked Spice Girls. I still have my CD case.
For the Spice Girls?
For my journey through high school of CD collection, and it is a weird bipolar situation. Yep. So, but no.
My playlists are odd like that too.
I like everything.
Yeah, there was a fun little meme out there. It showed like how you used to have like the really big like Discman, Walkman, and the tiny little headphones, and now you've got the tiny little MP3 player and the massive headphones.
Yeah, got your Beats. Yeah,
everything kind of changed around. But I don't think I went to a lot of concerts that weren't probably at that time in my life Christian concerts. So like we saw the Newsboys and Audio Adrenaline and DC Talk like repeatedly.
I know who DC Talk is.
They were
I remember them.
Decent Christian talk. Yeah. Decent Christian rap. That's what that stood for. I
went to a Nappy Roots concert.
Hey, and by the way, and speaking of, how cool then to have him here in our field this summer. After all those years with DC Talk.
Third Day was a fun one.
Third Day.
I love Third Day.
I remember.
They were a lot of fun.
There was
the Christian Nickelback.
Around 2000, there was a couple of bands that broke into some mainstream hits. Mm-hmm. I think one you just listed was on there.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Lauren Daigle, for fixing that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Recently, my concert history has been like Willie Nelson, Willie Nelson, Willie Nelson, Willie Nelson. It's like the only concerts I've gone to is go see Willie Nelson.
Well, and the funny thing about me is I've always been into music. I love music. I listen to music all the time.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm not a concert guy. Never have been.
I'm short. It's hard
being,
for me to go.
Being the church that's known for hosting, we don't do Light the Way, but we host it back here, and I'm just not a concert guy. I spent a lot of Light the Way actually in the building until I heard the old timey string band playing, and then I was like out in the field like, this is awesome. All these big hits, and I go out for the string band from Branson.
Oh, we went to see Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie's awesome.
And
one of my first CDs.
Burlap to Cashmere opened for them, which is Christian bands.
Yeah, I remember them. They were good.
We saw them at the Juanita Chiquita Velveeta Fajita Center.
That's good. He's practiced that.
Yeah. That was an old joke.
That's good.
When they were trying to build that thing, they ran out of funding, and so they said they had to sell other sponsors, and so they got Dole Banana and Kraft and Taco Bell, so it was going to be the Juanita Chiquita Fajita Velveeta Center for the Performing Arts.
There's a little Springfield trivia for you.
There you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, what concert is your bucket list right now? I don't know.
Oh, I kind of want to see Whiskey Myers.
Nice.
I don't know who Whiskey Myers
is.
I've
big,
heard the name, but
I'm a big folk guy.
I like folk music.
So every time I see somebody go see Mumford and Sons or Avett Brothers, I find myself being a little bit jealous.
Mumford and Sons.
You
got to be careful with them.
Oh, I know.
Some words
I know.
And they're so smooth and just kind of mellow, and then all of a sudden, like F-bomb.
Yep.
Boom.
No, you're 100% right.
So
but I love that style of music so much.
I have this problem right now that my kids Evie can read. So my screen display is right there, and some songs are named inappropriately. Mm-hmm. And she's like, Mom, what's that song? I'm like, well, and she's purposefully not reading it, knowing it's a bad word. And I'm like, it's, we're not the worst of words, but that's a fun new thing in my car. I listen to all kinds of stuff.
I like to see Alison Krauss in Union Station.
She's awesome.
I could definitely go to that concert. Yeah. That would be fun.
Rhonda Vincent.
I'd watch Metallica again. It was amazing at Busch Stadium. I don't care if you like Metallica or not. It's an incredible concert. And I'd go to some of the folky stuff as well.
If I could go back in history and see a concert,
that's a fun question.
I would go to Bon Jovi and Def Leppard. I would love to see Bon Jovi like in the 80s playing a stadium. That would be freaking
fun.
Awesome.
It would be super fun. I'd go Led Zeppelin.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
I'd go.
Folk
or
guy.
Jimi Hendrix.
I don't smoke dope, but Simon and Garfunkel would probably be my. You just imagine, like, if you say go back in history, there'd be probably.
You also just dated yourself. I've had the dope conversation with people before.
Yeah, that's true.
Dope has changed a little bit.
It means good now.
Yeah, that's right. That's
well,
dope.
no.
It doesn't even mean that. Yeah,
when people say dope now, I think they're talking about harder drugs than a little bit of pot.
Yeah, that's right.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
Sorry.
so.
Well, I don't smoke
The first
weed.
time somebody a little older than you was like, yeah, I used to have this little jewelry box. I had my dope in there. I'm like,
what kind of dope?
and then she's
it's kind of like become like Coke. You can drink any soda and call it Coke.
Yep.
But Coca-Cola.
Yeah, but Coca-Cola, if you're like a restaurant and they catch your servers doing that, they'll sue you.
Really?
Yeah, they send people like through drive-thrus in places.
Well, that's not very woke of them.
to make sure that they're not.
You're right, it's not.
Oh, man.
So Simon and Garfunkel.
I love Simon and Garfunkel. One of my favorite of all time.
I liked Paul
awesome.
Simon. I liked like his Graceland stuff. That album was really good.
I liked it better when Art was with him.
Did you?
Dark
I don't know.
today. If the microphone covers my neck, it looks like I'm a floating head. Sorry. So I don't know. There's a lot. So we're gonna be at Rock and Rogersville. K-ROG is gonna be doing our thing.
Storytime Coffee is gonna have a little pop up, and then also the main store will be open too. So if you leave the gates, you can go in and get the full menu. Then we'll have a few things out under a tent. So I think that's how we're doing it.
Well, that'll be fun
because the truck's out.
It'll be
the truck there.
Party on, and then you've got Man Camp coming up. Will.
Yes.
Holy guacamole, that's coming in hot.
Yes, it is.
October's just around the corner.
October 1st. Jace Robertson. I have to pick him up at the airport. I volunteered.
It'd be fun.
I thought it'd be fun.
It'd be fun.
I'm going to pick him up in the battle truck.
So
we'll see if he's
get on in.
So I've had, going back to concerts, I've had the opportunity to pick up artists. I used to run a pretty large Christian summer camp. And so youth groups come in. And so we brought in Audio Adrenaline and some of the other big name guys, but we also brought in Brad Stein, who is hilarious Christian comedian.
Yeah, I knew I'd heard that name.
Yeah, he's one of the better, Christian comedians. Anyway, I picked him up, and the guy is magic on stage. He has zero personality. And so
his agent calls K-ROG, is like, you keep your mouth shut.
Like, I'd done it enough to know, like, I'm not going to just talk this guy's ear off,
right?
And you try to find something else to talk about. You try not to be funny, like, hey, I got a joke for you. It's like, anyway, but it was the quietest 45-minute drive ever.
That's
Every
so weird.
conversation starter I attempted was a dead end.
Yep.
I thought it was a pretty interesting question.
Yep.
I was wrong.
Denied. I've never.
And then he gets up
anybody.
on stage. He gets up on stage and is like, "Oh my gosh, this personality is so funny, so
That's
dry."
Weird. I think he's a serial killer.
It makes you wonder. It really does.
So, Chris, let me ask you: do you remember Mike Warnke?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Mike Warnke.
Christian comedian, actually probably started in the 70s and 80s.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. He turned out to be kind of a fake. Because his background was he wrote a book. He wrote a book called
Milli Vanilli of Christian comedians.
It's different and potentially worse than that.
Oh no!
He wrote a book called The Satan Seller.
I was going to say he wasn't a Christian.
No. Well, that's debatable. But he claimed that he was a high priest Satanist that got saved.
Oh, one of those guys. Yeah.
He was hilarious, by the way. He was totally hilarious. But I actually got him. I was on the student union board at Drury, and I actually got him a concert at Drury. And we did that thing. But yeah, he was probably not. He was probably more televangelist than.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that
real
is
evangelist.
So he had found a way to make
was
money.
super funny.
Yeah.
But then they found all these pictures of him and stuff when he was supposedly.
He grew up in a Baptist church like you and me.
Yeah. Well, when he was supposedly, long-haired, Satanist high priest, and they got him clean shaven at some dude's wedding.
That's
and
so
stuff
cringy.
Like that. So
Oh my gosh.
But back in the 70s and 80s, you had a shot at getting away with stuff like that.
Right.
You can't
Because
get away
not
with
everything's
anything anymore.
published. Yeah.
You can't get away with that anymore.
Your sins will find you.
But I think he's still around. I think
On
he's
the
sort
internet.
of, now repented of that. And, it's like...
The whole thing is cringeworthy.
It is. But,
yeah.
it's that the whole repent and be forgiven and move on. That's
kind of our faith is based on that kind of grace.
kind of our shtick, so to
Oh
speak.
my gosh.
But he was super funny.
Yeah.
I mean, really funny. I had all his cassette tapes because I think he was so funny.
Oh, I love it. That's so
Was he
good.
funny? Was he?
Yeah, he really was pretty funny. He talked about
man.
his guardian angel named Chet. who chewed.
Chet needs to come back. Let's bring that name back.
Yeah. Cat.
I don't know if I actually knew a Chet. Does anyone actually know a Chet?
The only Chet I know is the one
actor.
from Weird Science.
Yeah.
That Bill Paxton played.
That's great.
Oh, R.I.P. Bill Paxton. Darn it.
Yeah.
Miss that guy.
Yeah, he was a funny guy.
Miss old Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton, Weird Science, Twister.
Oh,
iconic.
yeah.
True Lies.
I'd be honest, I wasn't catching up to who that was, but
Yep.
now you said Twister, I see him.
Bill.
Tombstone.
Yeah.
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 Naming my Bill Paxton movies.
There's multiple out there.
Not to be confused with Bill Pullman.
Did I watch
who is
Terminator
also-
the other day? Was he in Terminator? Jesse, if you're still watching, confirm that was Bill Paxton, Terminator, or someone else.
Which one?
I want to say he was like a thug or something.
T9?
Numero dos, Terminator.
He was a very talented actor. He could
Maybe we were
play
just talking
very
about Bill
a
Paxton when I
nice
watched it.
range of characters because he could play kind of that army military tough guy, and then he could play the smarmy.
Yep, he was
Yeah.
he was a thug in
Look at there.
Terminator.
Jesse
Thanks,
says
Jesse.
yes.
Without Tom here, I mean, good
yeah.
thing Jesse's watching.
We should probably veer off the movies.
I know. What are we doing talking about movies? Tom's not even
without Tom.
on air with us.
Well, I
So-
made a vegetable risotto.
It
last
looked
night.
really good. How long did it take you stirring the risotto?
About 20, 25 minutes. It wasn't too bad.
Did you have to stir constantly?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing with risotto.
yeah.
Hence
You
why I
got
don't
it.
make
It'll burn if you don't. But
Really?
Yep,
I've never cooked a risotto.
it's a process.
it's just a different way of cooking rice. But it's a rice dish. But
Different type of rice too.
Yeah, arborio rice.
I love to eat it. I've just never cooked it.
Yep.
I feel like it's a hard thing to pull off with the right texture.
Yeah, it is. And I'll be honest, mine was a little tough, I thought. But
That's been my experience when
since
I've made it.
Chef didn't taste it, he just looked at it. He gave me
The plate presentation, I gave you a 10. It's
Thank
10
you.
star.
thank you.
10
I
out of
appreciate
10.
that.
Look good.
Didn't look as good as Chef's. Chef's was pretty freaking amazing.
Well, yeah.
It was really
Well,
good.
that's why he's called the chef.
Yep.
Risotto and was it grilled vegetables?
It was grilled vegetables, and so the risotto recipe he gave us, and then he said you can grill whatever vegetables you want. We had to saute the asparagus, and then we got to pick the vegetables we wanted to grill. And so we grilled. I picked what I picked to give it a little different color on there.
Color selection was nice.
One of our fellow students plated hers to look like a unicorn. I don't think Chef was impressed with that.
He didn't see the humor in
I
it.
don't think he liked it.
He said, "Do you want to work at Disney World, or I mean, what is that? That seems kind of childish."
Well, I don't know. I mean, I was very creative,
Sure, okay.
I thought
Sounds
Unicorns
creative.
are a thing.
but I
I
think
didn't say
he
they
was.
weren't.
I think he was
Don't
looking.
want my risotto to be a unicorn.
I think he was looking for more something that you would see at a restaurant
Fancy.
than Disney World. So
Then Disney World. Yeah.
It looked good. The plate looked good. Made me hungry when I saw it. So that's a sign of a good looking plate.
I ate a little bit of it, and then I brought the rest of it home. It's in the refrigerator. So.
It's nice. Good stuff.
But it needed meat. In my opinion, it was all veggies. And
I've been eating a vegetarian dish a couple nights a week. We're trying to transition because of the not to a vegetarian, but we're trying vegetarian dishes to help lower Jesse's cholesterol.
We went through a phase of that.
I'm honestly impressed with some of the things.
We had, I think we were calling it Vegan Monday,
Oh, I'm not doing vegan.
which was great right before Taco Tuesday.
We could prime you.
But yeah, I mean, one day a week, it's nice to
I think it's good.
switch it up.
I think your stomach thinks you. It's like, oh, that was easier to process.
Shayna would do a minestrone a lot that night. It was really tasty, and yeah.
it's a good thing to do.
My first reaction was, I want the meat.
Yep.
I'm a carnivore. Give me the meat. But then you're like, yeah, okay,
It's
one day a week I can do this.
Yep.
The problem was I would always want something to eat like about 2 hours later.
Well, that's what I found with any type of, if you're trying to eat a special way for whatever reason, and you cut something out, it doesn't. I mean, I could eat like 17 pounds of vegetables and still want a steak or a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's weird.
I mean, you can't fill up
right.
on vegetables. I can. I guess
can't
some
either.
people can.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't see. I wonder if that's
Daniel can, but I
I wonder
can't.
if that's
do
a
it.
body trained thing, though.
It's gotta
like
be.
with sugar. Like, when you
Probably.
don't eat sugar, you don't crave sugar, but you'll have pie one day and you're like, I got to have sugar every day.
I need.
Bad pie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank God for pie.
Yeah, my wife got me in the habit of eating cookies at night. Like, I need a cookie. Where's the Oreos? I need some Oreos.
Oh, we did check out Costco Saturday night.
Speaking of Oreos, so you bought 300
no
packages of Oreos.
Costco's pretty cool.
I've not been in. It was cool.
It was cool.
I've not been in either. It's kind of on the list, but it's not high up on the list.
It was cool. So, there's some unique things.
Where's their headquarters?
No clue.
I mean, they're stepping into Wally Land here. You know, like
Wally Land needs to step their game up. Is my general opinion.
No, I don't disagree. It's just interesting.
Lauren, was it you that was explaining it to me? I think it was at coffee. Somebody was explaining to me that Costco is to, or like Sam's, Walmart to Sam's, Target is Costco's Target.
Now, see, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
And I kind of disagree with that analysis because I am not a Target shopper. I'm not a super center shopper either, though.
Yeah.
I used to be, but I'm no longer. I get my grocery stores at groceries and, order some stuff on Amazon. And Emma thinks they're headquartered out of California.
I thought so, too. And that was my first mark against them.
I think that's where, So.
Sorry, California. I don't want your stuff here.
I feel like Costco, and I mainly focused on the food stuff.
Washington State is our home. 999 Lake Drive, Issaquah, Washington. 98027.
Let's send them a postcard.
You can.
The slightly less disgusting state of Washington.
P.O. Box 34311, Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle's just like California North.
I felt like it had a lot more interesting food than I've seen at Sam's in a long time.
Is that just because you have a new selection? Like I'm trying to figure out people keep saying, "Oh, it's awesome." Is it?
I don't think it's awesome.
Is it really better or is it recency bias?
I don't think it's better. It's different. It's a little different. It's the same concept with different, like their variety is better. Significantly better, in my opinion.
Emma is not a Costco fan.
Yeah, Emma wasn't a Costco fan, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I've been disappointed at Sam's lately, and I've been a lifelong Samser for like literally ever, and even worked there in college.
I've totally gotten in the habit of order online, pull up, and put it in the back of my car. I'm not even getting out.
Yeah, like didn't JR used to go around and
start up
Sam's?
Sam's Clubs. Yeah, he was a store planner.
Wow.
He'd go in when the construction was nearing end and get them like where they can run.
Getting their processes going, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
Shauna has a pro tip for us. You can go at lunchtime and get an entire meal for free.
Samples.
Oh, the samples?
Sample selection.
But you remember when Sam's used to feel that way, and now it's like you're slacking on your samples.
Walmart has a hard time changing their model on stuff.
When my kids were little, they used to call them free examples.
That's cute.
Can we go to a Sam's and get free examples?
Yeah, free examples. Yes, you can get examples at Sam's. Just watch people.
Maybe good, maybe not. Probably not.
Bad, yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's great though that we have a new selection in town, and it's hired a bunch of people, and I think that it changes Springfield a little bit having a Costco.
Well, I would like to check it out. I don't know that I want to buy a membership because I'm kind of old and set in my ways.
That's fair.
I hate to admit it, but I was sitting here thinking that I have hit that stride in life where it's like, it's not in my route.
We'll give you a couple years and you'll embrace it, Chris.
Oh man, it's coming on strong.
Yeah,
I'll go to both is what I'll do because I really had reduced what I bought at Sam's. There's like 5 things I buy there.
Yeah, I know.
And I will buy those there, and then I will go to Costco and buy other stuff.
So you can have both memberships, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, the Costco one, you get, if you do the higher membership, you get 2% back on every purchase. So
that's nice.
End up getting a free membership if you buy much of anything.
I actually have that
huge crab legs.
If you get the Sam's credit card, you get the same.
And I do that too.
They have huge crab legs at Costco. I get the crab legs at Sam's. They have the same thing. And here's what I've noticed. So this may be bad. The crab legs you get and like cook yourself have flavor as opposed to the ones you get like Joe's. Mm-hmm. Joe's. Crab legs are really kind of lame.
Yeah,
they're small and there's not much in them. And
sometimes soggy.
Yeah,
they have party wings at Costco
they let them
too.
Just sit there and soak.
Which I'm thinking is the wingettes and drumettes.
Hey, one of my tricks is to buy wings, pre-made wings with the sauce in them and everything, pre-cooked even, and heat them up in the smoker, Jesse Brooke, and they come out really good because they've got flavor on them and all that stuff.
Oh, interesting. We have a legend of Costco. I have heard you must pay for the membership to walk in the door, but they will refund it on the way out if you don't want it.
Well, that I was interested in if I could go check it out without.
I think you can look without buy. I don't know.
That just seems like
Anyone
a hassle.
out there is a Costco expert.
If they won't let me in one time as a preview,
Well, I mean, you couldn't check out without buying. I mean, they could still tag you on the way out, just like, oh, well, if you want to check out, you got to buy your membership.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
so can you go through? Can you preview?
I don't know. Somebody needs to inform us. We may have to call Costco.
It's a legend.
Get Seattle on the line.
We're going to do a Legends episode. I'm convinced.
Oh, you had an interesting question pop
on
up.
Rogersville Residence page.
Yeah.
Whether you believe in ghosts or not,
Paranormal.
ghost stories are fun.
So where is the place out? Is it past Neosho? So you remember the Spook Light?
Spook Light.
Yep. That was a local legend.
Was it Neosho? Where is it? Somewhere out
that
way.
Down that way.
That's a big deal. That's been in
like
books.
People show up all over to look for that.
Well, didn't they name the road like Spook Light Lane or something like that?
I think so.
I think so.
I mean, everybody was told some sort of ghost story or legend as a kid. In Houston, we had there was a gentleman that was hung on the courthouse area for murdering a family.
That guy still walks around the town.
He has a grave that you can go visit.
You hear chains sometimes, right?
You saw a light reflected off of it, reflected off of his grave. And it was just kind of out in the open,
like in a full moon.
No, just in general.
Then
there was an old Civil War type Toomey grave out in the woods that people would go visit. And then my house, people made comments about my house a lot because it had the look of a house that could be haunted. And the guy who built it, Colonel Roth, had died in a car accident on Highway B.
Shauna says a vintage house is haunted, but I don't know what the vintage house.
I don't know what the vintage house
is. That here, Shauna, or is that somewhere else?
And of course, there's Pythian Castle in Springfield. That's a classic.
Yeah. And they do like Halloween, like spook
all
things,
kinds
don't
of
they?
stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's spooky season, guys. It's happening.
My boys asked me the other day, like, Dad, do you ever watch horror movies? Do they scare you? And I'm just like, I think I was 16 the last time I saw one.
I don't really watch horror movies anymore.
I watch
do it for me.
certain horror movies. Like The Shining is really good.
That's a creepy movie. Yeah.
I watch American Horror Story, which I do not recommend.
I'm surprised.
It's just absolute trash.
Yeah. It's kind of trashy.
But it doesn't scare me. I just think, that's an interesting story.
I mean, isn't that kind of the point of a horror? Like, people want to be scared. Isn't that why they watch it?
That's why I've been telling stories around campfires.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of being scared.
Yeah. I remember as a kid enjoying, well, I say kid, as a teenager, enjoying going to the haunted houses. But that was always like a date thing because, your date would always want to grab a hold of your arm and get close. And that was...
well, that's totally different.
Well, right. I'm just saying, as a teenage boy, that was the only thing that I looked forward to with Halloween.
Yeah. So the vintage house used to be a dentist house. They changed to a restaurant where the new library is now. It burned.
So it used to be the old post office because the new library is the old post office.
Here in town?
Yep. I'm assuming that's it.
I have not heard. I've lived here for, I don't know, close to 5 years. I've not heard any legends of Rogersville.
Yeah, not like that. Not like scary stuff.
So, Will, you grew up here.
It doesn't even have to be scary.
There was not some legend, somebody's farm,
there wasn't a grave or a...
Not that I recall.
What the crap?
Oh, well.
Jody Hamilton. I remembered his name. That was the guy that killed the people and got hung. I think they had to hang him twice.
They had to hang him twice.
Oh, you can't do that. Because if the...
Double jeopardy.
If the rope breaks the first time, that's God's will.
Or maybe
that's what they used to say.
It didn't go well.
Bill Hickok shot Dave Tuck on the Springfield Square.
Yeah.
Over a watch.
Okay, there has to be some Rogersville legends. I need all 6 of you watching to dig deep.
No, Out by Academy. Well, Shauna, we don't care about that. That's like Springfield.
Oh, out there. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
Vintage
keep it
house.
local. That library.
We need to know if there's Rogersville. This is something we should ask Sturts.
They should do a show.
Rogersville Legends.
Yep.
Apparently, there's none. There needs to be.
I think that is Sturts.
I'm going to make one.
Sturts is the Rogersville legend.
He is.
Speaking of creepy Rogersville things.
Sorry. We forgive you, Shauna.
Dad says there was a zoo there until the duck died. Okay. It's okay, Shauna. We forgive you.
What duck?
Howard the Duck.
Emma's
Talk about great 80s moments.
Oh, that was a horrible movie.
Embarrassing. That was bad. That was real bad.
Oh, man.
Ooh, that was...
Well, we need to talk to some old timers and find out some legends of Rogersville. There's got to be some spooky stuff out here.
Well, this is going to be a legend, but what we did to the old funeral home will be a legend someday.
That was pretty legendary. Controversial and legendary.
That was awesome.
It probably would be if they had, it's gone now, though. So it's hard for the legend to continue when structure was demoed.
Yep, it was demoed.
Speaking of demoed, there's progress happening over on Main Street, right next to Southern Bank, which is going to have which has new owners. They tore down an old house.
Right.
That was exciting to see. And then Victor and Tatiana are building some new houses on Main Street, and they've got them staked out.
That's exciting.
A couple between my house and I'm going to say at the old Southern Bank. We'll start a legend about it.
Yeah.
It's haunted.
It was haunted. That's why they left.
They left.
Abby's got something here happened here. Somebody walked through
Showed
the
a
house
house in Rogersville that my client saw someone walk through the kitchen. Abby's told me that story, and it sounds freaky and somewhat legit. Yeah.
Wowzers.
And I believe I know which one it is. Old part of Raj.
Yeah. We could, if nothing else, we can make something up.
Oh, we'll come up with a
Most
legend.
legends are.
Indeed.
Surely the high school kids know where the purple dinosaur is and some legends.
Oh, there was something about a ghost in the high school, which is now the middle school.
Oh.
I'm intrigued.
But that's all I know.
That was boring.
I know. But it's time to end this show.
Well, okay.
So bring us your legends. I want to talk about it when we get into October.
Yep.
If you know of any.
Sounds good.
All right.
What else we got? Nothing? We done? Oh, we're gonna do a preview of Rock and Rogeville tomorrow night on K-ROG.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be at
about 5:30.
I'm gonna be at the market tonight. Out of Samuel Cedars.
Hey, just for fun, I'm just gonna throw this out there because they're chamber members. But we're gonna do a ribbon cutting at the meat store at 10 today.
Oh, that's today.
Yep.
We'll see. I got a 9 o'clock
Meat
meeting.
store.
I may make it.
Meat store.
So you're doing that at 10. Chambers and River Cutting 10. Market at Samuel Cedars is tonight. I'm going to be out there checking
Doing
it
in the
out.
loop?
Doing it in the loop.
Awesome.
Checking it out.
So we'll be live from the
Jesse's
Samuel Cedars.
Yep. And then hopefully Jesse will be my cameraman. Hopefully my children won't get in the shot.
Oh, they're always better when your kids get in the shot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah. They're a hoot nanny.
Okay, folks. We'll shut this train down, and we'll be back next week.
Happy fall, y'all.
Bye-bye.